Hey y'all, what is up? I'm finally here to do this review on this hair for you guys. So let's just jump right into it. I purchased the Moisture Remy Rain 100% human hair in the textured Jerry curl. It was a wet and wavy style and the color was in a 1B. Now if you guys are unfamiliar with what this is the packaging. It came in a 4-piece set and it had a free closure. The pieces came 2 10-inch, 1 12-inch, 1 14-inch, and like I said, with the closure. This is not your traditional closure. It came with the small circular closure that's about the size of this. I'm sure most of you guys know exactly what I'm referring to. And I actually look forward to show it to you guys, but I can't find it. Like I said, the hair was wet and wavy. I installed it through sew-in. Again, I didn't install this. I had a stylist sew it in for me. She used a standard weaving net. It was not a cap, it was a net. And that's pretty much it. The hair itself, it came straight in the packaging with a bit of texture, like so. This is what it looks like. This is how it combs very well. But mind you now, this is straight out of the packaging. This is the portion of the hair that I did not use, and it has no product on it. And again, it combs really well. Also, I want to mention that it was beauty supply store hair and it cost $99.99. So let's start this story from the very beginning. I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible, but there's a lot to tell you guys. I go to the beauty supply store because I decided I want to put my hair away for a while and I'm looking for some straight hair. Upon arriving to the store, I see a mannequin head with this particular hair on it. I immediately fall in love with the texture. I had been kind of wanting a textured hair. Mind you, this is the first time I've ever worn curly hair. Every single install that I've ever had in my life prior to this has been with straight hair. So I wanted something different. And so I fell in love with the texture. I was touching it and just gliding my fingers through it, and it was amazing. Of course, they see me over there messing with the mannequin. They come over and they spray it down and show me, hey, this is wet and wavy. And they make me do all kinds of tricks and flips like they do at the beauty supply store. And so it made me fall in love with it even more. So I asked them when was the sale going off. They let me know. I told them, hey, I want to come back in on such and such a day to pick the hair up. They said, no problem, we'll put one to the side for you. And they did. Mind you, in between the time that I actually saw the hair on the mannequin and the time that I purchased, I go home, I get on YouTube, and I type in Moisture Remy Rain, and I look for reviews on it. I saw probably 5 reviews. 4 of the 5 reviews were great. There was only one, what I would consider a negative review, and it really wasn't negative. I feel like she just gave her honest opinion about the hair. But I just thought it was kind of strange that she was the only one that gave the hair the review that she did. I also found it strange that out of all of the people that gave reviews, the hair looked drastically different on each and every person. It just was very weird to me. I don't know if people use multiple packages of hair. I don't know how many tracks they use. I couldn't figure it out. But it looked very different. Now I know everybody's head shape is different. I know everybody's style is different, but it's the same hair. It should look, for the most part, virtually the same. One girl's hair was really super bushy, out like this. Another girl's hair was like, kind of felt like the way my hair is looking right now. Like it was kind of flat almost to the top, and then the bottom was kind of had more body to it. It was weird. But nonetheless, I was like, you know what? It's strength in numbers. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the hair because 4 out of 5 reviews said the hair was great. They went on and on and on about how the hair don't tangle and all of this stuff. And I was like, this is awesome. So I took my happy tail right back to that store and purchased the hair. After I purchased the hair, I went to my stylist. She told me up front. She says, someone else came to me not long ago. She had the same exact hair that she wanted installed. She says, I'm gonna let you know right now that I personally do not like the packaging of this hair, and I'll share with you why. She says it comes 2 10-inch pieces, a 12-inch piece, and a 14-inch. And I know logically that sounds right. It sounds like it's layered, and it does appear to be layered when you install it. Again, the hair comes in the package straight. The problem lies when you go to make it wavy, and if you install it the way it's intended to be installed. Basically, once you decide to make the hair wet or wavy or curly or whatever you would like to call it, the shrinkage is real. So again, it may fall, you might think in your head like 10-inch, 12-inch, 14-inch, and then it's gonna be fine. Well, no, when it shrinks bad. So again, let me show you the hair one last time. So it comes in the package straight like so. Once you wet it, it goes to this texture, which is a beautiful, beautiful texture. The texture is not the problem. The texture is not the issue. It's the lengths of the hair that they have packaged and bundled together. This probably would have been a very good package had it come like maybe 2 12-inch pieces and 2 14-inch pieces, or maybe just 1 10-inch and 2 12s and 1 14, or maybe a 12, 2 14s, and a 16. I don't know. I don't know what combination would have been best. All I can tell you is that this combination is garbage. That was like my initial gripe. Now, thank the Lord for Alicia. Shout out to you, girl, if you're watching this. Alicia hooked your girl up because Alicia know what to do to make things look good. Once she installed the hair, and let me tell you how she installed it, she ended up having to put the 12-inch on the bottom, then the 14-inch, and then the 10-inch. Now, the only reason or the only way that she got the 10-inch to semi-blend with the 14-inch is because I had leave out in the middle. My hair is not the texture of this hair, so I did have to manipulate it every now and then to kind of blend it as well as it did. But yeah, it was a mess, and she literally had to go in and cut layers into the hair in order for it to fall the way it did. And I know this probably does not make sense to you guys because you did not visually see her install it, but I'm gonna leave some pictures maybe at the end of this video to kind of show you exactly like what the final product was. She worked a miracle, trust me. Yeah, it was just really honestly that portion between the 10 and the next level. The 10 is just too short. They should have started out with 12. I hope this makes sense to you guys. It probably doesn't, but I'm telling you, it was the devil. This is of the devil. Next, I'm gonna talk about whether the hair tangles. So when she installed it, I went ahead and told her that I wanted to wear the hair curly the entire time. So she went ahead and used a mousse to make the hair curly. It was amazing. When she applied the mousse, it didn't take any time for the hair to revert. It was so soft, so silky. It was the softest hair I had ever touched in my life. I was just amazed and impressed. It was even better than what I saw on the mannequin head. So I go home, and of course, eventually I'm gonna have to apply my own moisture to the hair. Well, initially I used this Garnier Fructis Hydrocharge Moisture Whip Conditioner, and it immediately let me know that it was the wrong thing to use on that hair. It became hard, crunchy, it was not movable, it was just awful. So I decided that I wasn't gonna use this anymore. I looked at the ingredients and saw that this is full of alcohol. And I knew that I needed to look for an alcohol-free product. So I went to the beauty supply store and I found this. This is the Cantu Shea Butter Wave Whip Curling Mousse. This is amazing. It says it has no sulfates, no silicones, no parabens or mineral oils, and it is used to define waves and curls without the crunch. Touchable, frizz-free finish, touchable, frizz-free finish, weightless moisture and conditioning. And I honestly feel like this lives up to the name. I had no problems. I used this the rest of the time that I had the install, and I had no problems. Now, mind you, I told you I put this in first, this right here. Okay, so I was determined to get this out of my head. So I decided that I was going to use the same exact method that I used for my straight installs. That was a no-no. Something else that I learned having this curly hair in. I went to my go-to, I guess this is a shampoo / conditioner type of co-wash deal, but I use this on weave all the time whenever I do have an install, and it works wonders. If you guys not using this for your weave, you need to get some. And that is the silicone mix. It's amazing. I love it. Anybody that's ever used it can probably attest to it. It's great for weave. I can't speak for natural hair, but weave, yes, it's bomb. Use that to try to wash the hair. Trying to wash this hair was a no-no. That was my first mistake. This hair tangled so bad. I was very disappointed in that part. Once I finally did get it straight, I applied this curling mousse and literally a fingertip of my coconut oil. And this is real coconut oil. This is the Dr. Bronner's Magic All-in-One Fair Trade and Organic Fresh Pressed Virgin Coconut Oil. Just a fingertip. And it worked fine. It was not greasy, it was not oily. It just gave it that tad bit of moisture that it needed. And it was fine. One thing I will say is don't try to wash this hair ever. It's not meant to be in for a long install. I would say probably 7 weeks is like the max. I wore mine for 6 weeks, but honestly the only reason I wore it for that long is because I had not planned to do anything else with my hair, and I just left it in for a little bit longer. But I probably would have and should have taken it out at 4 weeks. Like I said, this hair tangles extremely bad. I had so much knotting throughout the entire process that toward the end, when I did go to take the hair out, it was so thin because I had literally ripped and or cut portions of knots out of my hair. Like, it was awful. Another lesson that I learned, the key to curly or textured hair is low manipulation. Do not do a lot of touching. Even though it's hard to kind of sort of not naturally touch your hair, don't touch it because it's going to tangle, and it was just a mess. One last thing I want to talk about before I give my final review. I did have leave out, like I mentioned. My texture does not match the texture of the hair, so I had to manipulate it. All I did, as needed, it was not every single night, I sprayed it down with my little water bottle. I would part off very small sections. I would add a little bit of my coconut oil and also add a little bit of my Cantu Shea Butter leave-in. This is like my holy grail leave-in conditioner. And I two-strand twisted my hair up, and I used a small perm rod to secure the ends. I would put a bonnet on my head, go to sleep at night, let it air dry. By the time I woke up in the morning, everything was a-okay and we're ready to go. I took it out, I styled as normal, and I went about my business. My final review, would I purchase this hair again? I would consider purchasing this hair again. I probably would not get it in the 10, 12, and 14 inch. I probably would get it in just 16 inch. They did have a package like that, but I thought for sure that the layered look would work better. I probably would just get all 16 inch and just let her cut layers in it if need be. I might get that. Also, I know what to do and what not to do. Use this for 1. Do not use this for 2. And don't touch it for 3. So yeah, I might consider getting it again. We'll see. I would not just rule it out. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, my experience with this hair was probably maybe a 5, maybe a 5.5. Again, I got lots and lots of compliments. People thought it was my natural hair. It blended very well. Again, I had to manipulate my hair to get it to blend well, but it did blend very well. It was very soft. The only down part was the packaging, the way the pieces came in the package, and also was the tangling. But you can combat the tangling by keeping your hands out of your hair and keeping your hair moisturized. So that was pretty much it. I think that sums up everything. If I have forgotten anything, or if you guys have additional questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. I will respond to you, I promise. But until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.